are set high. Well, I mean, Tribuca doesn't play bananas, but that'll be a more fun game when it's all lane coaster. Alright, well, that was the Broncos possibly throwing away their playoff hopes. Everyone that watched, thanks for watching. I'll definitely be headed over to the VXV channel to watch the Packers and Vikings, so I suggest you do the same.
Welcome to Sack to the Future Week 15, the bonus game. The first of 3 bonus games, as the Brian Feltz and the Phantom Fighter channels will be bringing bonus games as well, with playoff implications high. This is the 11-2 Green Bay Packers at the 5-8 Minnesota Vikings. Now, what are the playoff implications here? Well, Green Bay holds a 1-game lead on the Chicago Bears, and Chicago, as you see there, swept Green Bay. So Green Bay has to maintain this 1-game lead. Also, Green Bay is trying to chase the Giants. The Giants, both their losses came to the AFL, so they're undefeated in conference, and that's why they have the edge in home field advantage. So here we are from Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota as Kayat will kick off. Kayat. Who the hell is Kayat? Right? Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and set this up as 3. Speed slow. Jump forward to end of game. I thought Mercer was kicker, but Kayat. Well, Willie Wood on the return, and he gets out to the 26, and that's where Bart Starr and Green Bay will take over. Here's Bart Starr with 9 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So, although they're 11-2, he hasn't had a perfect season. He has struggled. Now, injury report real quick on the Packer, or the Viking defense. Jim Marshall is out for the season. On the Viking offense, so is Fran Tarkenton. So you'll see George Shaw going up against Bart Starr. For the Packers, safety Jess Whittenden, he's out for the season. Starr back to pass. This is the 3rd game so far being played. He's got a completion to Max McGee for a sack to the future. As already so far, the Brian Feltz channel played both their games, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles, and he just got finished the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. So that was a human versus human game, Cleveland versus Phantom Fighter. Still to come on my channel, tomorrow night you'll see the Baltimore Colts taking on the semi-pro Houston Texans. And Sunday night, the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Titans. Brian Feltz channel will also be bringing a bonus game as the LA Rams take on the San Diego Chargers. The Phantom Fighter channel still has the Chicago Bears versus the San Francisco 49ers, plus the 3rd and last bonus game, the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Detroit Lions. And the John M channel has the the Houston Oilers versus the semi-pro Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Green Bay Packers versus the semi-pro Atlanta Falcons. That's just what John M needs, is 2 semi-pro games. Starr back to pass on 1st and 15 after the penalty. It is complete to roster filler Ken Campbell. The Packers, without the services of Boyd Dowler, who is in the Army right now, or otherwise known as the New Orleans Saints. In real life, he was called away to military service. However, in Sack to the Future, we cut him and he went to New Orleans. So. Starr back to pass in 2nd and 8. He fakes the handoff. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up, and Starr's going to overthrow this man. And now they have a 3rd down. 3rd down. Didn't say anything in Wikipedia as to how long Dowler was. Here's a look at the Packers. Horning, Taylor, Ron Kramer. third down and 8 from the Viking 45. Star back to pass. Throws is complete to Max McGee. He's going to bowl his way inside the 25 down to the 24. Also tomorrow morning on the Vinny X Wolf and John M channels, Blast from the Past returns after a long month hiatus. It's the third wildcard game. The Cleveland Tigers, represented by the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Rochester Jeffersons, represented by the New York Jets. I will be controlling the Jeffersons, John M, the Tigers. Taylor breaks through the tackle, and he is going to be ran over, but not before he picks up 8 yards. Last week he had 70. On 2nd and 2, Stars back to pass. Throws it. Well, he has been off with his throws so far today. Look at the Viking defensive line: Bob Denton, Don Joyce, Bill Bishop, and Jim Prestel. The linebackers: Rip Hopkins, Clancy Osborne, and Carl Rubke. And the secondary: Charlie Sumner and Rich Mostardo, with Dick Pessin and Jack Morris. A reminder, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Jim Marshall out for the season. So was Fran Tarkenton for the Packers. They're missing safety Jesse Wettenden, who will be back around week 17. Ron Kramer on the reception, and it'll be a first down for Green Bay. Can't find anything about Dowler's military service. It just says talks about his Wikipedia page just talks about his service with the Packers, so I guess we don't worry about it. The Packers jump. Real quick, it's 11:58 here on the East Coast, and my laptop is dying, so I gotta go get the plug. It's 11:58 here on the East Coast, December 20th, 2018. If you watched my Gridiron History broadcast, I mentioned today. Oh, it's intercepted. Intercepted by Roland. He's got a convoy. He's going to go. He's going to go the distance. 90 yards for the touchdown. Minnesota is going to take an early 6-0 lead. Okay, as I was saying, December 20th is the 22nd anniversary of the passing of my mom. So I'm dedicating my broadcast today to her. It was about 22 years ago. Some point between 11 and 12 is when I was given the news. So 17-year-old kid. That's not the news you want to receive. But here we are now. It's 2018. My laptop is plugged in, so we're good to go. And the kick is good. Mercer kicks it through. As you can see there on the bottom, Detroit and Arizona doesn't have a user yet. The Phantom Fighter channel's going to be taking care of that game. Here comes Willie Wood out of the end zone. He's going to get over the 30 through the yeah. So that's where Bart Starr, who just threw the interception, comes out for the second drive. Around 8 in the morning will be when the Blast from the Past game takes on. If you're just joining us, Bart Starr threw an interception. Roland of the Vikings returns at 90 yards for the touchdown on a pick six. That would be Justin Rowland, a second-year player out of TCU, a former Chicago Bear. So there you go, fan fighter. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Starr back to pass. Caught by roster filler Ken Campbell, and a first down. Earlier today, we made the decision to go with 3 bonus games, as well as the potential for a fourth. You'll see rolling along on the bottom a fourth name, Lorelei the First. It's my daughter's profile. There won't be a fourth bonus game this week, but there may be some weeks there will. We're not going to run 3 and 4 bonus games every week, pretty much because we don't have 4 to run this week. But when it's important, you will see games that have playoff implications. It's kind of like DirecTV's Sunday Ticket for Sack to the Future. Horning gets the carry, and he is going to be met and dropped in the backfield. And so far, he has 2 rushes for no yards, and Ben Hill makes the tackle. You are watching the Sack to the Future Red Zone channel. I'm sorry, Sunday Ticket channel. Hope you enjoy. Pass complete to McGee. It'll be third down and 5. Nope, that is Gary Neifeld, the backup tight end. I believe that Cleveland-Denver game was the Monday night or Sunday night, so it was and it sure lived up to it. It was definitely one for the ages. I was telling Phantom Fighter at the end that Bernie Kosar and John Elway've got a lot to live up for now. And all I'm going to say is you got to make sure your feet are inbounds. Starr completes the pass. Somebody didn't see the number. (23). That would be Elijah Pitts, the rookie out of Philander Smith. Elijah Pitts, who would go on to score 2 Super Bowl I touchdowns, and son Ron Pitts will play for the Buffalo Bills in the future. First down and 10 at the 27. Starr takes the handoff. He is going to be hit and sacked back at the 35-yard line. As Bill Bishop, the 10th-year player out of North Texas, another former Chicago Bear. Former Chicago Bears are dominating the Vikings today. Rowland and Bishop now. That Hall of Fame Packer offensive line not doing their job on that play. The Packers have had the ball the entire game and have no points to show for it yet. So hands off to Taylor. Taylor right into the offensive line, right into the defensive line, I'm sorry, and Don Joyce takes him down. It'll be 3rd and 17. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first. Starr back to pass. Starr is hit as he throws by number 71, Ed Culpepper. It's Alabama on Alabama as Bart Starr felt the crimson tide about Ed Culpepper. Incomplete pass, and it'll be 4th down. Ed Culpepper, a former Green Bay Packer. Just to add insult to injury. Paul Horning will attempt a 50-yard field goal. Out of hold of Tommy O'Connell, the former Buffalo Bill, and it is through at 7-3. There have been 3 starting quarterbacks for the Buffalo Bills so far, and the first one just held a kick. He's also roster filler. He's the type of roster filler where they went and signed a retired player. Horning gets the kickoff. It's taken by Dick Pessinen in the end zone. Pessinen comes out. He's going to get to the 23, where he is yanked down. And here comes George Shaw. On the season, he has 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in his 7th year out of Oregon. Draft pick of the Baltimore Colts. He's going to make his way around the league for the next few years, including a stint with the New York Giants. In his future, Shaw completes to Gordy Smith. We've seen the Vikings so much in these bonus games, I'm starting to memorize their names. Smith gets the pass, and he's up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and inches. Probably the best of the bonus games will be that Chargers-Rams game. Future Cleveland quarterback Bill Nelson for the Rams against future Buffalo quarterback Jack Kemp for the Bills. Hugh McElhenney bursts through the middle, picks up 13 yards. Somebody wants to say the Shaw's going to be in Denver next year. Let me double check. No. Yes. He's already had the stint with the Giants, so he's been a Colt, Giant, Viking. He will be a Bronco next year. So, there you go, fan player. Shaw hands it off to McElhenney. McElhenney is hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 1. It will be 2nd down 11. Miami and the Dolphins tied at 0. That's a big game for me, but the rule on the bonus games is both teams have to be real, so you will not see that one on chance. The pass is complete to Hugh McElhenney for a 1st down. Minnesota coming out of nowhere lately. Shocking the Jets. That is the end of the 1st quarter, with the Minnesota Vikings leading the Green Bay Packers 7-3 on that Justin Rowland 90-yard pick 6. The Dutchman likes that. Yeah, have a Snickers. I prefer Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Can I get a sponsor? Well, depends on your perspective, I suppose. Shaw hands the ball off to McElhenney. He is going to be met in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. Bill Forrester in on the tackle. Almost don't even need my rosters in front of me. I use ProFootballReference.com. They open up the rosters and their draftees. So I have 4 different tabs going in front of me, just so you know how I'm getting the names. I use the draftees because they make up most of the roster color. The guys that are drafted and made no team. Shaw back pass. He throws it to the flat. That's caught by Gordy Smith, and Smith is going to pick up 9 yards on the pass play, and it'll be 3rd and 3. So we've already moved into Mike Mercer field goal range. There's a look at Vince Lombardi going with a hat nowadays. And a windbreaker instead of his overcoat. Toughing it out here in the December Minnesota cold. Shaw hands off the triplet. The former New York Giant gets through the 1st down marker, picks up 3, and they're going to say it's going to be 4th down. I'll tell you what, speaking of Minnesota cold, New York cold, Wisconsin cold, when I'm looking for a place to retire, in 14 years, these 3 states are not on my list. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Wisconsin, Minnesota natives. I'm a New York native, so... Yep. This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt for Mike Mercer, the rookie. Trying to extend the Viking lead to 10-3. The kick is up, and good. And the Vikings have extended their lead out 10-3 on the Green Bay Packers. So their first drive nets some 3 points. Kayat will kick off. As we learned a few minutes ago that Mercer doesn't do the kickoffs. Willie Wood from the 9. He is going to be up to the 28-27 before he is knocked down. Looks like Schnelker on the tackle, the wide receiver. Okay, and here come the Packers. The good thing about the bonus games is the original champions definitely will get featured. The Green Bay Packers don't really have to feature the Houston Oilers. They are one of their user teams. As far as the runners up in each league, San Diego Giants, a user team, and the San Diego Chargers are definitely featured this week. Stars passes out of bounds, and it'll be second down and 10 from the 27. Just a reminder, the upcoming 24 hours on the VX Wolf channel tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Catch Blast from the Past. Rochester Jeffersons versus Cleveland Tigers, 1920 AFL Wild. No, this isn't their AFL, AFC, whatever. AFC wildcard game. Or APFA wildcard game. There you go. The American Professional Football Association, 1920. Then tomorrow night, I'm not sure the exact timing, the Baltimore Colts take on the semi-pro Houston Texans. There will be other Sack to the Future games from the other channels. Make sure you subscribe to all 4. It's 3rd and 10. Star takes the handoff to 20. Completes the pass to Max McGee. He gets all the way up to the 40 for a gain of 33 yards and a first down. Star is 8 of 14 so far, 133 yards, and that 90-yard pick six. Jack Morris on the tackle. Star back to pass on first down. He stumbles, almost gets sacked. He rolls, throws it out of bounds. Max McGee in his 8th year out of Tulane. He was the 5th round, 51st overall pick in 1954. Made the Pro Bowl in 1961. Speaking of Packer receivers, on the Brian Phelps channel, you will see future Packer receiver Carroll Dale, a member of the Los Angeles Rams in 1961. Jim Taylor pulls his way forward for 1 yard, and Rip Hopkins makes the tackle. Here's a curiosity. Look at the draft picks who went, the Packers and Vikings draft picks who went and signed in the NFL. Star throws over the middle, it's caught by Neifeld. Incomplete. It's not. Let's see, the Packers. Phil Nugent went to Denver. They also drafted a guy named John Denver out of the University of Colorado. But Denver is spelled D-E-N-V-I-R. Ray Rutkowski. Yes, the Vikings, on the strength of a 90-yard pick six, are ahead of the Packers. Ray Rutkowski from the New York Titans. The Vikings wasted draft picks. Huh, they have Ed Shirachman on their roster, but he's not playing. None really. Looks like everybody that they drafted that made the team played with the team. Interesting with a expansion team. Gordy Smith on reception and a first down. First down up to the 32. Shaw back to pass. He throws it to the right to Middleton. And Shaw so far is 5 for 5 on the day with 63 yards. You just keep expecting the Packers defense to do something. I don't know about you, but I face both these teams, and the Packers are definitely the better team. They destroyed me in Buffalo, and Buffalo beat Minnesota. Shaw gives it to McElhenney. He cannot pick up the yard needed, and it'll be 3rd and 1. And, damn Boston Patriots have taken a 7-0 lead on the semi-pro Miami Dolphins. Buffalo is going to need their win the game against the New York Titans. With Denver losing right now, heading into week 15, Shaw gives it to McElhenney. McElhenney's got the first down. The playoffs look like this, if I go by memory and remember correctly. Houston Oilers at home field advantage. Cleveland Browns first round bye. 3rd place, the AFL Western champions right now are the San Diego Chargers, and the AFL Eastern champions 4th place at this point is the Buffalo Bills. The wild cards, the Baltimore Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals, of all teams. Semi-pro team had an edge over Denver and Boston. Lloyd Peters is out for 4 weeks. Well, I gotta say, I gotta give him a lot of credit, man. He played how many snaps hurt with an injury to his shoulder? It was probably only a 1-week injury when the game started. If you don't know what we're talking about, go over to the Brian Phelps and Channel Fighter channels and watch that Broncos Browns game. There is a glitch in the system when you don't have enough backups to. They let you play the game, but if you don't have enough backups, you can't substitute an injury. So now you're going to have to probably move a backup offensive lineman or something to defensive line to get through those 4 weeks. He was injured on the 2nd series and had to play the whole game. 1st and 10 as the Vikings are rising the Green Bay Packers. Tommy Mason, the rookie, goes right up the middle, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. Move a linebacker. That sounds good. Might not be a bad move, honestly. I mean, they have the skills to be a stand-up left end. Shaw throws it over the middle, almost intercepted. It was tipped, and wasn't a big offensive lineman who was tipping that around. By the looks of it, it was. Oops. Let's see. It was tipped by the offensive line. The number 27, John Semank, could not get the handle. Well, Shaw's first incomplete pass. He's been having a monster game so far. Shaw's going to scramble right, throws, and overthrows his man. And all of a sudden now he's got 2 in a row, and there's another look at Semank. If we mispronounce names, and you know that we're mispronouncing them, please let us know. If I'm watching the game live and one of the other guys mispronounces it, I'll try and help him. But some days I'm working or something and I don't see it. So please let us know. And we may even have one of us might think we're right and be wrong. Like the other day, the Bears are playing the New York Titans, and Al Darrow is playing quarterback for the Titans, and neither of us are sure how to pronounce it. Fan Fighter did a good job with that one. I will say this though, and this is only because he was a professional wrestler. Leo Namaleni of the San Francisco 49ers has a difficult name to pronounce. So the field goal is missed, and the Packers take over. As we get into the 70s and 80s, though, we pretty much Yeah. Leo Namaleni. Pass complete to roster filler. For a gain of 6 and a second down. And the clock is moving. Star throws it over the middle. Pass complete to another roster filler. For a first down. Star back to pass. Throws it incomplete. Intended for a roster filler. So the Packers are really hurting on defensive line. Okay, after retiring from pro football, Leo the Lion Namaleni debuted in the Minnesota territory in had been wrestling in 1950. Nope, just Boyd Dowler. They didn't have a lot to begin with. And they didn't replace Dowler when he went. Leo Namaleni, by the way, was inducted into George Tragos Luthez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2008. Star passes it. It's caught. Out of bounds. Namaleni also held one-time AWA World Tag Team Champion with Wilbur Snyder and a 3-time NWA World Tag Team Champion in Minnesota with Vern Gagne twice and Butch Levy once. And he gets the fun away. And he's also former NWA World Tag Team Champion in San Francisco 4 times, once with Hombre Montana, Enrique Torres twice, and Rocky Brown once. Yeah. Yeah. You make sure your feet are in bounds when you pitch the ball. So anyway, that's a little side tangent on Leo Namaleni. It is first down for the Vikings after they punt Shaw from his end zone. He's going to take off running, and he's going to run smack. Excuse me, Mr. Dan Curry, who sacks him for a loss of 4, and with under a minute to go in the first half, a timeout is called by Green Bay. Nope, Minnesota. Sorry, it looked like it was green. Why? Why what? Second down and 14. Shaw back to pass. Hands off to McElhenney. He's straight up the middle. Makes a spin move. He's got the first down and then some. He's up to the 18-yard line. Timeout? Why would Minnesota call timeout? Good question. That's why I thought Green Bay had called it. Now they use their second after a running play. Shaw back to pass. Spins right up the middle. He bursts free for a first down before being brought down. You know who I have not seen? Tom Bettis makes that tackle. Where the heck is Ray Nitschke? That's Tom Bettis, 65. You know, I gotta say, when we get control of these teams for the bonus games, we need to fix their lineups. The computer does not know what they're doing. Where's Ray Nitschke? That's how Frank Tarkin got put in. They were starting George Shaw. I had him for a bonus game that week, and I fixed it. Based on reality, not based on... Is he hurt? No, the only Packer injury that was on the injury list is Jesse Wittenden. Oh, so it's 93 yards the interception return. Bill Bishop was the other starting defensive end alongside normally Jim Marshall, but Don Joyce is starting in place of the injured Marshall. So anyway, guys, keep your eyes peeled for 66 for the Packers are on defense. He's not out there for some reason. The Packers starting linebackers 61, Dan Curry, Ray Nitschke, Bill Forrester. We've seen Curry, we've seen Forrester, 71 and 65. Where's Nitschke? Who's starting in the middle? From the end zone, here comes Jerry Reichow. He is going to get up to the 26th, and he is tackled by Dan Curry, number 65. Yeah, they haven't clinched anything yet, so McElhenney is 57 yards away from 1,000 for the season. Not bad, considering that he's playing on an expansion team. Shaw hands off to McElhenney, straight up the middle. Tackled by Willie Davis. And he lost 2 yards. See, I've always respected the Packers. And part of me wishes I'd been a Packer fan. Although I'm not going to convert in adulthood. Just because I think it'd be easier to be a football fan if your team was, you know, had a couple Super Bowls and, well, 13 World Championships in their back pocket. But seeing Boston leading Miami 14-7 doesn't give me hope. Wait, that was 66. Yep, there he is. He's on the field, he's just quiet. Nitschke breaking up the pass to Schnelker. So just when you think he's not doing anything, he pops up and makes a big hit. Jars the ball loose. As he once famously said when he was mic'd up, that'll cool your ass off. Shaw back to pass on 3rd and 10. Ball's closing in on him. He throws it underneath. And once again, the hit is by Nitschke, and Nitschke just plants. No problem. Nitschke just plants through McElhenney like he was giving him the Roman Reigns spear in the WWE Championship match. And Mercer will punt. Gets it up in the air. Big hang time. It's going to bounce to the 10 and into the end zone. The Green Bay will take over at the 20. And here comes Bart Starves. They've been having an off game. See, the semi-pro New Orleans Saints, led by former Buffalo Bill quarterback Bob Broadhead, are leading the Redskins 21-14. Boyd Dowler has 2 receptions, as his Army base is somewhere in New Orleans, for 35 yards. Starter back to pass. Steps up a little, throws it to roster filler Landis for a 9-yard completion. Second down. The Packers have 3 different receivers for the roster filler. Landis, Campbell. Redskins are awful. Starr hands off to Taylor, and he's hit in the backfield by Charlie Sumner and dropped for a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Charlie Sumner on the corner blitz. The Cincinnati Bengals at 7-6 are threatening for a wild card in the AFC. Well, who's doing the booking for them, but they're doing well. Starr throws it over the middle, complete to Max McGee. See? Go to a real receiver and he'll hold on. And a 1st down. Me, personally, in this game, this is one of those where in the past it was an easy to root for the Packers, especially when they had Brett Favre. But nowadays, I'm looking at my daughter's favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings, and my son's second favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. Same thing in the AFC North. They will battle twice a year, as my son's favorite team is the Bengals, and my daughter's second favorite team, the Ravens. She's all about the purple. Taylor on a give. He's through the line for a 1st down. Oh, and he is ripped down by the face mask. That's going to be an added 15 yards to the end of the run. He was just yanked down. Who needs help? The Redskins? Rich Mastardo. Mastardo was trying to catch up, and he grabbed him by the face mask and relished it as he tackled him. Spicy on that one. What are you teaching them? Dude, I was trying to teach them Buffalo Bills. I would play the Bills theme song, the shout song, over and over and over again. And then the next thing you know, my daughter's picking everything purple. Former Browns player, Mustardo, yep. Pass complete to Taylor. And then my son, since he was 2 months old, he's had this tough Tigger that he carries around everywhere. The stripes wore off one Christmas and we had to get Santa's magic to get it back. And he saw those damn helmets. The orange and black striped helmets of the Bengals. And he just fell in love. And as far as the Packers go, Horning on the carry up the middle. It's from us watching, oh, there's an injury timeout. It's probably Floyd Peters. Watching a lot of 60s football stuff. You know, who was winning everything in the 60s? And that's why the Packers became his second team. Yeah, it's been confirmed. Floyd Peters was just injured on that play. No, oh my goodness, it's Jerry Kramer. Oh, that's not good. Willie Smith is in to get jiggy with it. Star on first and goal throws to nobody. It'll be second and goal now. Jerry Kramer is out. He's now a distant replay. Second and goal. Star gives to Taylor. And there's definitely a weakness now on the offensive line. As they were trying to run behind Willie Smith. Big Willie style, and it wasn't working. Star back to pass. Throws the jump ball. Intended for NFL film school. And I hate the Patriots, so there we go. This will be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Paul Horning. And it's good, and it cuts the Viking lead to 10-6. Green Bay's offense is nowhere to be seen. Vince Lombardi mean-mugging it for the camera. Something doesn't look right about him wearing a hat. It's kind of the same as when you watch the Cowboy games on the Brian Phelps channel and you see Tom Landry with red hair. Coach Mustardo, 31-yard return. Gets the Vikings up to the 35-yard line. Well, in our lifetime, they did have 3 NFL championships back before the Super Bowl. The Eagles, I'm saying. 48, 49, and 60. And yes, those count. Steeler fans seem to think nothing counts before the Super Bowl. Shaw is being chased backwards. He's going to run backwards techno Super Bowl style, and he is going to be brought down by Willie Davis. Big Willie Davis on the sack, and a loss of 9 yards. George Shaw fakes the handoff to McElhenney, who takes Willie Davis down. No, that wasn't Davis. He gets up. Yeah, it's well. There was a huge gap between Starr and Favre. There were some decent quarterbacks. Lynn Dickey was an All-Pro, but guys like Scott Bishop. I'm not even sure I got that name right, in the early 70s. And then Don Mikowski was serviceable, but injury prone. Shaw back to pass. Throws it deep. And then when Favre was playing, they didn't have to worry about who the backup was. And there's been a couple, like I said, Lynn Dickey was an All-Pro, but not a Hall of Famer. And Don Mikowski had 1 year of magic in him, and that was about it, 89, and they didn't make the playoffs. Shaw on 3rd down and 19. He's being chased by Bill Quinlan. He throws the ball away. Obviously, the Favre replacement with Aaron Rodgers is, one's in the Hall of Fame, one no doubt will be, at least for his dating skills. 4th and 19. Mercer gets the punt away. Scott Hunter, that's it. Why did I say Bishop? He would also started the playoff game for them in 72 against the Redskins. So he's a playoff quarterback. The playoff quarterbacks then would be Arnie Herber in the 30s. Not sure who was in the 40s. Bart Starr, obviously. Scott Hunter, 72. Lynn Dickey in 82. And Bart Starr and Aaron Rodgers. Taylor gets the handoff and he's going to lose yards. We're going to call it 2nd and 10. Justin Rowland on the tackle. Our hands off to Taylor. Taylor is going to run into the second wave of the Vikings, and he's only going to pick up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. We're at 2 minutes to go in the 3rd, and Green Bay's yet to score a touchdown.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Starr back to pass. Caught by, no, it's dropped by Oscar Landis. And the ball landed on the ground. And the Packers in punt. Max McGee in the punt. Reichel takes the return, and he is dropped by John Simon. So you guys know when your other games will be, the other bonus games and the Bears game? Yeah, John Haddle. But he was, by 74, he's pretty much at the end of his run. He had been with the Chargers and the Rams by then. Actually, did they make the playoffs in 74? McElhenney up the middle for 5. As the King. Trying to inch closer to 1,000 yards. I plan on going sometime between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. as usual. Shaw hands off to McElhenney. And that'll be the Colts and Texans, Houston Texans. 6-8 and 74. Yeah, I think they only made the playoffs once in the 70s, 72. If I remember correctly.
Here we go.
Shaw back to pass. Rolling around. Throwing it. Okay. Sure. And Mercer will come on a punt. It's been pretty much a punt fest. The only touchdown, a 93-yard interception return by Justin Rowland. Taken by Herb Adderley on the 20. And he was going to be brought down at the 29. There's a look at Max McGee. He's got 4 receptions today for 102 yards. That's the way they drew it up. 1st down and 10. 54 seconds to go in the 3rd. We're on. The Packers are on the 29-yard line. Starr hands off to Taylor. The big hole. He's going to pick up 8 yards. Give up to the 36, where it'll be 2nd down and 3. 7 yards on the carry. Campbell comes in motion. Starr back to pass. Over the middle, up in the air, and Campbell cannot come down with it, and that's why he's not really on the team. He was being covered by Bill Bishop, the defensive lineman. And Fuzzy Thurston just grabbed him. J.P. Lossman, no doubt. Don't even have to ask J.P. Lossman, worst quarterback in Bills history. And they've had some bad ones. I mean, what I'm going through right now. But J.P. Lossman was the most immature brat I've ever seen drafted in the 1st round by a team. And the Bills once had a guy named by the name of Billy Joe Hobart, who admitted to not studying the game plan and got his ass cut after a loss in '97. So, yeah. But J.P. Lossman was worse, and not only that we kept him for several years before finally letting him go. And it's coming from a guy who had it. The difference with the other two that you mentioned, Cade McNown and Quincy Carter, they had good college careers. Lossman didn't really. He was from Tulane, and I guess you could say he did good in Tulane, but not great. He shouldn't have been in the same conversation with guys like Philip Rivers and Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger in that draft. And the interview that ESPN did with him just showed how just much garbage he was. And this was before the draft, and Buffalo still drafted him.
Green 39! Green 39!
Gordy Smith on reception and a first down. The good thing I can say about Quincy Carter, though, is he was a Georgia Bulldog, so I'm a little biased there. I mean, he wasn't a Fran Tarkenton Georgia Bulldog, or a Mike Bobo, or a Jake Fromm, but he was still a Georgia Bulldog. Actually, I think he replaced Mike Bobo. We enter the fourth quarter with the Minnesota Vikings leading the Green Bay Packers 10-6. Shaw back to pass. Schnelker on the reception. Who are you talking about? Cade McNown was immature. Steve Fuller. Well, wasn't he the year before Aikman was drafted? How about Nathan Peterman? And I thought the guy was going to be great. Just very, very interception prone. He looked great in the preseason this year, but Atlanta's had some whoppers too. Scott Campbell. Yeah, Peterman, Raiders practice squad playboy. McElwain gets to the ball and he's got the first down. And Minnesota has just worn Green Bay down. First down and 10. Shaw gives to McElwain up the middle again, and he's going to be brought down by 36, Hank Preminger. Second down and 8. Well, Gruden ran his quarterback camps, and I liked Peterman because of his values and his play at Pittsburgh. But of course, he had James Conner. And I also liked his YouTube trick shot videos. They were kind of cool. I knew that they wouldn't translate in the NFL, but he could throw them from a bridge to a garbage can off, on the other side of the shore. How about good quarterbacks that were not treated fairly in the NFL? And I got two that come to mind. One is Doug Flutie, and the other is Tim Tebow. Now, I'm not going to say Tebow was a great quarterback, because he wasn't. But he could manage a game and he could win. Well, Archie Manning was a great quarterback. He was just on a very bad team. The field goal by Mercer is good, and the Vikings have extended their lead now to 13-7. Mercer will kick off with 5:17 to go. Minnesota is looking to pull a huge upset. It was a weird kick return. It kind of looked like one of those fingers coming together where one wave was running backwards, the other wave was running forward. And that's not how things are done. The second wave, first wave runs backwards, the second wave comes together to form a wall. No wonder there's hardly ever any blocking on kick returns. First down and 10, starting the shotgun. He's back to pass. Blitz is on, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked by Carl Rubke, his fourth sack of the season. It'll be a second down and 19.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Star back to pass. Throws it over the middle. 2 Packers in the area. Neither of them can catch the ball. I can remember one year, I think it was 04. At one point, the 2 quarterbacks who had led the league in being sacked the most were Buffalo's Drew Bledsoe and Atlanta's Michael Vick for 2 very different reasons. Bledsoe because he was behind a horrible offensive line, and Michael Vick because his scrambling. Maybe it was in 04. When did Vick get hurt? Vick got hurt in 03. So yeah, 04. Vick and Bledsoe led the league in being sacked. Or was Bledsoe in Dallas by 04? We have an injury. It looks like Paul Hornung is down. And he was going to be replaced by Elijah Pitts, maybe? Well, the Packers are going to have to punt first, so we won't see. Rykow on the return. Picks up trouble. 1 yard. So with 4:35 to go, Minnesota has the ball in the 18. Jerry Rykow looks like he's the one calling the play.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. All right, here we go.
Shaw back to pass. Throws it to Middleton. It's a fumble. And Green Bay's Dan Curry has picked it up and he's running the wrong way. Not quite Jim Marshall running the wrong way, but he was running the wrong way. And the Packers have the ball now at the 31-yard line, trailing by 7. Corey Smith definitely took 3 steps. The ball definitely came out while he was up. Not Corey Smith, Ron Middleton. Wah, 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 wah. Man, Bart Starr coming back on the field now. Last time the Packers got down this far was the pick 6. So 1st and 10 from the 31. 4:28 to go. The Packers only have 49 yards rushing, and who knows what the deal with Paul Hornung is. Starr has all kinds of time. He throws it over the middle. Max McGee, first down. Green Bay down to the 16-yard line. Dave Middleton was the one who fumbled the ball. The 7th-year receiver out of Auburn. First down and 10 to 16. Starr in the shotgun. Or the pistol. He's going to throw it incomplete. Here's a look at Rowland, who has the pick 6. And the starter, who's got the mustard. If you don't know my style of play call, you'll know that I love to use puns for names. Kind of Chris Berman-esque, but not as funny. Dime store Chris Berman right here. Starr gives to Taylor. And Taylor is dropped in the backfield. Looks like to be Rowland. Coming up big, 3rd down and 11. Still no offensive touchdowns in the game. Starr hands off to Taylor. Taylor sweeping right or left. And it'll be 4th down 11. And, well, Paul Hornung is going to have to kick hurt now. The one negative about this is we can't. When a computer guy gets hurt, we can't change it. And they do have a second kicker on their team, Ben Agajanian. It'll be a 34-yard field goal for Hornung. And it's right through the pipes, and the Packers have cut the Minnesota lead 13-9. The Minnesota defense coming up big. Mastardo from the goal line. He's going to get out to the 26. The real 1961. The Packers and Vikings met twice. On October 22nd in Minnesota, the Packers won 33-7. On the following week, October 29th, up in Green Bay, the Packers won 28-10. So, back to back. First and 10 for George Shaw. He's going to give to McElhenney. McElhenney's going to burst up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play, but he's second and 6. Taylor might have a concussion or something. Who knows, the way he ran that last play on third down. Shaw hands off to McElhenney, sweeps out to the right, and he is met by Willie Wood. And Henry Jordan. Henry Jordan, a former Cleveland Brown. 2 minutes to go here from Metropolitan Stadium in Minnesota. On a cold December afternoon, the Vikings lead the Packers 13-9. Look at that crisp, cold air coming in through the open air stadium of Metropolitan Stadium. Third down and 4. Big play. Hand off to McElhenney. He's got the first down and then some. And he's over the 40. So the Packers will have to start using their timeouts. First down and 10. Shaw hands it off to McElhenney. He is going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. And the Packers call second timeout. It'll be second down and 9. They can stop the clock once more. Shaw hands it off to McElhenney. He's going to be dropped this time in the backfield for a little. Oh, they're going to pick up 1. Third down and 9, and the Packers burn their final timeout. So, if they stop them on third down, they will get the ball back with about a minute to go. Maybe just under. What should Minnesota do? Should they run the ball or pass the ball? They pass the ball and it goes incomplete, you know. Packers get the ball back with a minute 40 to go. It's going to be run, and McElhenney's got a huge hole, and he does not get the first down. He slowed down. He slowed down and almost came to a stop and spun. And it will be fourth down in inches, and the Vikings will have to punt the ball. Inexplicably, he goes to spin, and it looks like he was just running out of gas at that point. We should have had Tommy Mason in there. I don't even think it's inches. No, I think you spelled Patriots wrong. Fourth down. Mercer gets off a huge punt. It's going to go into the end zone. No, it's going to go out of bounds at 15. So, Packers trailing by 4. 59 seconds to go. They need 85 yards. Now, if they had Terry Knopflinger, I'd say it's a done deal. It's a win. So they got Bart Starr. No timeouts. Safety's backing up. Starr back to pass. Throws it. It is going to be caught by roster filler Campbell. And the clock is going to run. Tick, 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 tick. We've got one Packer walking back the line. And Starr's going to ground it with 44 seconds to go. Third down and 4. 44 seconds. 79 yards away. Jack Morris made that tackle. Inbounds. Too many more of those plays in this game will be over. Starr back to pass. Throws it over the middle. It's caught by Paul Horning, who's back in the game. He's not that hurt. But the clock is ticking. 36. Tick, 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 tick. 34. Tick, 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 tick. And he grounds the ball with 30 seconds to go. So far, they have gone 28 yards in almost 30 seconds. That's not the way they're going to win this game. 29 seconds, 28 yards. They still need 67.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Star back to pass. And he holds the ball. He's scrambling to his right. He's going to be hit and dropped. And ladies and gentlemen, Jim Marshall's replacement, Bob Denton, just got a huge sack. Clock is ticking. The Packers receivers are way downfield. By the time they get back, it's going to be game over. They're still waiting on one. And they ground it with 8 seconds to go. The Packers trail 13-9. Now, do they have an Aaron Rodgers in them? I mean, underneath that name and height and weight change, that is Aaron Rodgers. Clark started back to pass. He's going to throw it into a crowd. It's intercepted by Sherman. And that is the ball game. The Minnesota Vikings have defeated the Green Bay Packers, a huge upset here at Metropolitan Stadium, 13-9. Green Bay was held out of the end zone. The only touchdown coming on a 93-yard interception return. By Justin Rowland. Final interception by Will Sherman, the 10th-year player out of St. Mary's, California, a former New York Yank, which means he's basically a former Baltimore Colt. There are really no highlights of the Packers. They're all first down passes. There's Rowland's touchdown, the end of it. So thanks for joining us here on the ViniX Wolf channel. The bonus game comes down to defense. The Bears will be tomorrow. The Colts versus the Texans tomorrow. The bonus game of the Rams and Chargers tomorrow. Stay tuned for more Sack to the Future action on these 4 channels. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Let your friends know what's going on in PlayStation land. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent, and you're not.